Hi, Rachel. Thanks for having us on. My co-founders Nancy Balin, Zofia Pastor, and I started what is called the East-West Food Rescue. I started this because back in late April, I was reading a newspaper article stating that farmers in my hometown of Othello, Washington, were destroying crops and plowing perfectly good potatoes and onions back into the field. And I knew that we had a need for that food, and we decided to connect the dots and bring that food over to Western Washington. I was looking to grab just 2,000 pounds of food. Little did I know that first week we did 9.36 tons, over 18,000 pounds. Second week we did 60 tons, and we did 160,000 pounds of food. Third week, and the fourth week, 180,000 pounds, and finally the fifth week we broke 200,000 pounds, much in part thanks to the generosity of farmers. When we can, we pay the farmers at least their cost of food, and we try to meet that through donations through our 501c3 of the East-West Food Rescue.
Food you see being loaded up behind me is going out to the Eagles Club in West Seattle, and we have volunteers come and pick up the food and deliver it to the different food banks.
We have gotten wonderful stories from people all over Western Washington thanking us to help us get this food to them. One lady even told us her and her husband, who are a two-income household, have been able to pay their mortgage and their utility bills because the food keeps coming and they don't have to worry about buying food for their family. We know that people can get involved and participate in small and big ways. It doesn't take much. I have literally seen a 5-minute phone call of someone who knows a farmer calling them and then calling us and saying, hey, we can get this food to people in need. So thank you very much for your time, and we appreciate all the help getting our word out.
You know, I think that people have a tough time understanding why farmers would do such a thing as to turn their crop under. A lot of folks don't understand that farming is an actual business. So if they don't have food service and restaurants and institutions to sell to, you know, what do they do, right?
Right, absolutely. And you hit it right there. They have to look at things from a business perspective. And if it costs them less dollars to destroy the crop that they can't sell, then that's what they'll do. And because of COVID, these farmers in particular that we approached that had 1 billion pounds of potatoes that came available, and that doesn't include onions and other crops. These farmers were essentially willing to plow them back into the field. And to their credit, they opened up their silos and their warehouses to us. So it was really quite amazing to see their generosity.
I say it all the time. Any one person, in your case, a handful of you got together and built this collective that reached out, and all of the millions of pounds and gosh knows how many lives you've touched. And you've built a beautiful social project. Not only are you feeding people, you're educating them as to who their neighbors are. It's a beautiful thing. I have tremendous respect for you. So do our friends at Ardent Mills. They are giving East-West Food Rescue. They're giving you guys $10,000.
Oh my goodness.
And they want to help feed the hungry. They're donating 4,000 loaves of bread to the food banks of your choice.
Oh, that's amazing.
Literally,
Loaves
and money. Loaves and money.
Yeah. That is absolutely phenomenal. Thank you so much. That $10,000 will turn into 100,000 pounds of food easy. That's been the beauty of it, is we're able to take every dollar and magnify the impact that it has. And so that is truly a blessing. Thank you so much.